fresh eggs can be such a great addition to your meal matrix. You can have them as themselves, as just a hard-boiled egg. You can saute it up in a pan, you can scramble it, you can bake them, and we're going to show you a bunch of different ways to make eggs. They're a great addition, either on the side, on top, or by themselves. Don't forget to incorporate, if you really want an egg, remember that farm fresh whole eggs, meaning the whole egg, the white and the yolk, is the best for you. This is how it comes. You don't need to take the egg whites off. For nutritional purposes, the best thing for you is a farm fresh whole egg. But be sure, if you're gonna do anything with your eggs, that you're not buying those fake egg beaters. Those are not healthy for you. Please try to avoid them. So no matter what eggs you get in the supermarket, the best ones always are from a farmer direct, that you know how the chickens are treated and that they're out in the pasture eating what they're supposed to be eating. However, just try to do your research, read the labels, and understand that some of those nice things that are said on the labels in the grocery store are not regulated, and they're not necessarily true, or the picture that you're picturing in your mind. It's sad, but unfortunately, that is how it is. So if you really want to make sure that you get really good quality, grass-fed, free-range eggs from a farmer, go to the farmer. Okay, I'm going to make my family's secret. It's not a secret, but this is what we're most known for, and that's our, I guess you'd call it over medium or over light egg. My father's the big egg cooker of the family, and in high school he got a little competition because I started making eggs as well. And just eggs are a thing that we do when we want to spend a little bit of time together in the morning, or on a Sunday brunch when we all sleep in a little bit later. We might all kind of, rub our eyes and come downstairs a little groggy and have a nice eggs and potato and maybe even an omelet and get some sauteed veggies up in here. But when we're in a little bit more of a rush, or we want a snack, I might pull out a, let's call it a fried egg, because that's what it is. I use real butter, and I heat the pan pretty hot. I usually make 2 eggs, 2 pieces of toast, and I love the Ezekiel bread toast. It goes very well with the eggs, so if you haven't tried it yet, stop over in the freezer section, because the Ezekiel breads are frozen. Let's see if I have any left. Oh! My favorite is the 7 sprouted grain one. So check it out. Okay, I think my pan's hot enough. I usually can crack my egg right in and not have a problem. I'm using a 8-inch pan right now. If you're going to use more than 1 egg, I would probably suggest getting a little bit bigger of a pan. You don't want to crowd these babies too much. You want to give them a little bit of room to spread out. I usually let the pan heat up fairly well and get the egg nice and hot before I put any salt or pepper on. Sometimes the salt can make the egg just kind of stiffen up a little bit. So get your pepper first. My pan probably wasn't as hot as I'm used to. There we go. And the other thing that I've noticed over the years is you have to have a favorite spatula. And this particular one, oven's ready for our frittatas. This particular spatula has a really nice fine lip. It's not blunt, so that when I go to flip the egg, I can just get a nice scoop. The egg comes up, and I believe that a good spatula is the trick of frying eggs. I usually try to agitate the egg to make sure that it can move freely and it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. Season it up a little bit with some salt. Don't need a lot. The butter is usually salty if you have salted butter. Really good. All right, when your ends are nice and brown, real quick, and do a toss. I usually kill the heat, and then I just let it go for a couple seconds. I may move it off the heat either way, and that's just gonna make a nice cover on the top of the egg so that when you flip it, it looks really pretty and everything's all nice and cooked really well. Get your plate, flip it over, and can you see? We have a very nice fried egg. We call them Dippy eggs. So get your toast, get your family, get your breakfast, and have some eggs. A little bit of butter. That's one. Oh, while we're here, why don't we just do scrambled right away? Okay, let's keep the pan warm. Let's get my other egg out. Let's move this guy out. We'll use this bowl. Now scrambled eggs are just mashed up. You can add a little milk in them. You don't have to. I'm gonna add a touch just to make sure that nothing sticks. Oh, this guy's nice and good. I have a little almond milk, and you wouldn't think if you're new at using almond milk that you could add a nut milk and an egg. You can, and we do all the time. This is also the way we start omelets. And this is my omelet pan. So if you wanted to just make an egg omelet, you could do that. Or you could have some vegetables and throw that right in. A little bit of salt, pepper. And now since we're doing a scrambled, we're just gonna mess it up. So as soon as the egg starts to cook, start messing it up, and it goes pretty fast. Scrambled eggs were the first food that I learned how to cook. I think I was 5, and I needed a step stool, and we had a gas stove, so I was incredibly intimidated by the heat and the way the flames blew and shook, but I did it anyway. I think French toast was my second meal that I made. Still one of my famous breakfasts. Definitely don't eat much of it anymore. Doesn't mean you don't love it. That's what that 20% is for, right? We say that healthy eating is eating 80% good food, maybe 90% sometimes, and 20% is when you thoroughly enjoy those classics that make you feel good. And look at that. Feel good, maybe comfort food, maybe they're what your mom always made, or your dad always made, grandma. Can I fit these on one plate? Meow. And here you go. You got scrambled eggs. Make sure you add some of your favorite condiments. We were always a ketchup family until I fell in love with hot sauce. Hot sauce on eggs is fabulous. Very simple. Make yourself some eggs. If you're having some sugar addictions and you want to add some protein, cook up some eggs. How long does it take? A couple minutes? The fried egg would have went a little bit better and a little bit faster if my pan was hot right from the beginning. Let me taste these. Simple. How simple is this? Add these to anything. Light, fluffy, whole, fresh eggs. They're good. Ooh, they're very hot, but they're good. Leave some comments. Be social. Come find me. Come talk. Send me pictures. Let me know what you do, what your family traditions around eggs are. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. These are so good.